Up, it is your guy, Mark my words, coming back to you with another one, bro. Today we're gonna talk about that one friend that you have, bro. That one friend that you have that he lets basically getting vagina dictate everything that he does, man. That he's willing to go through great lengths to just be in some vagina, and how that can, affect your friend circle, how that can affect you as a man, and how that can get in the way of what you're trying to do and how you're trying to progress. So, as I always say, bro, if you like the episode, if you like the video, if you like the information, please like and subscribe. That lets me know that I'm putting out the right content, bro, and that you appreciate the info that I'm sharing with you. Also, make sure you comment in the comment box. Make sure you comment, bro. A lot of times your comment or your story or something that you agree with or don't agree with resonates not only with me but with other people watching, bro, and it's really for the viewers. People check the comments, so you might have a gem or a jewel that you're able to drop for somebody, and man, I might have 100,000 views over the next 2 years on this video. So your comment can go a long way. All right, so make sure you use the comments. Now, we talk about having a positive circle of friends, man, and how important it is to have that band of brothers for you to be successful in life. Now, people like to say that you need to be around, 6 rich guys. You need to be around 6 guys that are in better shape than you. That your whole circle has to be doing better than you. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that, but I do agree that you cannot hang around 5 guys who eat ice cream daily, bro, and not turn into the 6th one, because if those guys eat ice cream all the time, they're always going to want to go get ice cream when you're with them. You know what I mean? So you're going to be enticed to go eat ice cream yourself, right? So, assessing these guys every once in a while and just seeing if you are able to pour into them and if they're pouring into you. It's not just about them pouring into you. Are you able to pour into them and them able to pour into you as well, right? So if it's not that level of reciprocity, bro, we gotta assess. And there's sometimes, bro, that you can't do anything for a guy because he just doesn't listen, right? He doesn't want to follow the path that you're following, or that he just wants to live a different life than you. So you're of no use to him. You understand? And that will happen. Now, let's talk about the guy who lets vagina run his life, bro. The guy who lets vagina run his life, and he will stop at nothing to get it. That guy ends up being of no service to you eventually, because the type of man that you're trying to become, even if that man includes you having different partners, bro, even if you're going to have 3 to 4 partners at one time, even if you're going to have a couple wives, bro, you still don't want to be going behind their backs. You still don't want to be lying and cheating. You still don't want to be sleeping with women who have situations that they're in, right? So the guy who constantly looks for a vagina, and wherever he can get it, he gets it. He is a guy that's going to take you off your square, right? Because the dude who loves vagina more than anything else in the world, bro, he's willing to lie. He's willing to be dishonest. He's willing to steal. He's willing to cheat. He's willing to backstab. He's willing to do a lot of things, bro, that take away from masculinity. And if you're watching my channel, bro, you're trying to become a more masculine man. And a huge part of becoming a masculine man is being honest, bro, and having integrity about yourself, having self-respect. You can't say you respect yourself, but you're going behind other men's backs, trying to sleep with their wives. And we know a lot of dudes like this, bro. And let's be clear about something. It's tough because if a woman looks nice and she's coming on to you, we're programmed to like who likes us. You understand? We're programmed to like pretty women who want to give us vagina, okay? That's just what it is. That's your nature. You understand? But there are rules and laws put in place, bro. And there's certain things that, as a man, you have to abstain from. You have to use some self-control. So that being said, you have to make sure that, you're keeping all your rules and boundaries intact, man. And when you're hanging around a dude who's constantly looking for a vagina and doesn't matter how he gets it, he's going to have you in some funny predicaments. So, bro, let's make sure we understand that energy is transferable. It cannot be created. You transfer the energy. So, he's either transferring positive energy to you, bro, or negative. And that's every person you come across, every person you talk to, text message, whatever happens, right? So when you're around that guy, when he picks the place you guys are going to go have wings and beer, he picks it based upon, is there going to be women there, right? When you guys sit down and you might invite some women to your table to have a couple beers with you, which is harmless, bro. It's not a big deal. It's a public place. In his mind, everything is about how much closer can he get to the vagina. You understand? Because of that, you'll now be in all these situations where you didn't plan to be in, but bro, now he's so focused on getting close to the vagina. Now you got to be his wingman. Oh, bro, just come with me. They just want to go to another bar real quick. Let's have a couple drinks, bro. You could be out. Oh, bro, yo, I want to take this vacation, bro. But these Jones was telling us that they got a nice rate at a hotel. They're going too. We don't have to stay in the same room as them, but we can go with. And next thing you know, bro, every time you're in an outing with this dude, it has something to do with some females, bro. And not all of them are single, and you know it. You know not all of them are single, bro. You know that even if the one he's talking to is single, it's 5 girls, bro. 2 or 3 of them's in a relationship. You understand? So now you're faced with, okay, do I interact with these females? Do I let my nature take over and perhaps, become sexual with a couple of these females, even though I know some of them might be attached to other men? So, bro, this dude is always going to have you in situations where you have to weigh your options, man, and you have to choose wisely. And that's not cool because, we get to a certain age where, bro, we don't want to have to decide that anymore. That's a hard decision to make, man, and it just takes away from the other things you could be concentrating on. Also, man, this guy will normally sleep with someone else's wife in a heartbeat. And from what we've seen, bro, number one, people become more of who they are the older they get. And number two, man, the desperation comes as age comes. You understand? So because of that, guys start to get off on sleeping with other guys' wives. And so normally this guy who will stop at nothing to get vagina, bro, he's down for it because the vagina is the goal. So however he has to get it, he's going to get it. And a lot of times the women who are willing to cheat on their husbands are more forward as well. So they're more willing to give up the box. And bro, this guy is not turning down a woman because she's married. Not only that, it might be more exciting to him. He might like it even more. He might say, oh, they're the biggest freaks. The married, that guy that says, oh, married girls are the biggest freaks. Oh, all these chicks cheat on their husbands. Oh man, she just comes over, she wants to D and she leaves. He's that guy, right? And bro, how he wants to live his life is how he wants to live his life. But if you're a man of honor, if you're a man of integrity, if your character is huge for you, that's not how you want to live your life. It just is what it is, bro. It's possibly 80 million women just in America. 80 million adult women just in America. Why you need to sleep with married ones, bro? That doesn't even make any sense. Most of them single. 60 to 70% of them single. Why would you be sleeping with married women? And a man who's trying to get to their most masculine self. And this is a journey, bro. This don't stop when you're 70, 80 years old either. You understand me? And guess what? This guy that's trying to get to his most masculine self, lying and cheating and stealing and going behind people's backs is not how he gets there, okay? Not only that, bro, when you're 70, 80 years old, there's still going to be married women. They're still going to be married at that age. And maybe their husband can't have sex anymore. So what are you going to do? You're going to be sleeping with married women when you're 80 years old? What type of life is that? So as you're trying to become your most masculine self, man, this dude who is willing to sleep with married women, it's hard to trust that guy. Because, bro, that same mode of thinking that rationalizes being able to sleep with people's wives, like they say, oh, well, it's not my wife, I'm not married to her. Oh, it's her choice if she want to cheat on her man. Oh, if he was doing what he was supposed to do, she wouldn't be doing all that. You know how he rationalizes that type stuff. And I'm not even saying that he's wrong about his assumptions. Some of the assumptions are right. She's not satisfied. The guy's been cheating on her. He doesn't pay her attention. Some of those things are right. But regardless, bro, that's like saying, oh, the fruit stand was open air and anybody could just walk around and take fruit. So I'm sure other people were stealing fruit, so I just stole the fruit too. It's not a good reason, bro. And when it comes down to it, you already know that type of energy affects you. Now, thirdly, bro, let's be clear about something. You can't trust that guy with your girl. You can't trust him with your girl, bro. Because guess what? We form habits as men. We're very habitual. If we like 5'5" and brunettes, bro, that's what we like. Not saying we won't sleep with a 5'9" blonde, but bro, you know most of the time you have a type, right? And that's your thing, and that's your habit. If you like going up to women in the gym, that's your habit. That's what you do. If you like to take a woman out to eat before you have sex with her, even if she doesn't ask you, that's what you like to do. If a dude likes to cheat and get vagina however he can, bro, that's what he likes to do. And your habits become your DNA. Your habits become your DNA. You can change your DNA a bit, but bro, that's when you change your habits. And that guy who's been doing that, bro, if you're 40 years old and your homie has been sleeping with attached women for 20 years, that's who he is. And at this point, he's not willing to change that. So why would he stop at your chick? Oh, because y'all homies? Because we all had that homie who we've seen do backdoor stuff all the time, and we just be like, oh, nah, he ain't about nothing. He would never do that to me. But, bro, the problem is, depending on how desperate he is, he would do that to you. Depending on if you and your chick break up, because that's when it normally happens. Let you and your lady break up for 3 months. Let you and your baby mom be on the outs, bro. Let you and your wife be separated and you think about getting a divorce. That's normally when it happens. You can't trust this guy. And the older we get, we have to understand that now it'd be one thing if he's cheating on his partner, right? And he cheats on his partner with single women, and he just goes and does what he does. He never involves you in it. He doesn't make it a big, huge part of his life. That is totally different, fam. Now, yeah, could you say he's still lying and being deceitful? But it takes it to another level when he's willing to cheat with women who are attached. It's taking it to another level when vagina is the first thing on his mind. Y'all 40 years old, bro. When is it enough? We all like vagina. We all like vagina, bro, and we like it every day. But some of us have other character traits and values that have us focusing on other things other than vagina, right? A lot of times there's not even time enough in a day to be concentrating on that. But that dude who that's all he wants to do, and he's willing to break rules to do it. But you gotta get that dude out your friend circle. Now, you don't have to stop him from being friends with your other friends, but your actual circle, you determine your circle, fam. You determine who you talk to. You determine who you hang out with. You determine how much you communicate with a dude. If you can see that he's at a funny place, bro, and that he's probably somebody that you need to get from around, I would suggest that you do it quicker than later. Because I promise you, he's rubbing off on you, fam. The energy is listen, it transfers, man. You ever be with somebody that's super funny and super fun, and you leave them, bro, and you're just in a good mood for like 3 days? That's because the energy transferred, fam. So that's what you're doing when you're hanging around this guy. So, listen, this guy who puts vagina first is always going to have you in situations with women, right? And depending on how you try and live your life, bro, you ain't got time for that all the time. A lot of times you just don't. You try and be in the gym. You might be trying to focus on your children. You might be trying to focus on the purpose, which you should be doing all three at all times. But if you're really locked into those things, man, and you just want to go get a beer with your homie, you don't always have time to be around women like that, because it can just turn into stuff. Also, this guy is always willing to sleep with a married or attached woman. A married or attached woman, bro. And that means that he's okay sneaking around. That means he's okay lying to, because sometimes he knows the husband, bro. And he puts his life at risk, because we know people have been killed in crimes of passion, bro. And normally, somewhere along the lines, somebody could have prevented it. You understand? So that guy that's willing to risk his life sometimes for the vagina, it's tough. Then also too, bro, you really got to worry about would he go behind your back or not. And I don't care if he's never done it, bro. He just might have never had the opportunity. You know what I'm saying? And trust me, when you have a woman, she knows which one of your friends will be with it if she tried it. She knows if I broke up with him tomorrow, I know which one of these dudes will be with it. So, bro, in your circle of friends, you should not be around a dude who... And on top of that, bro, most likely, this ain't the only fugazi thing he gets involved with. This ain't the only thing that he do that's on the backdoor type of level. Nah. Normally, this guy lies a lot. He sneaks around a lot. He's dishonest a lot. And although you've known him for a long time, bro, when you broke out of that, when you tried to become a better man, he's still stuck doing what y'all was doing when y'all was 27, 25, in college. He's still on that type time. You got to be okay letting somebody be and letting them live their best life. That don't mean you don't love them. That don't mean you don't love them, bro. It's just like an ex-partner. You still love them, but you ain't got them to do. You understand? Now, this could be your story or a story like it, right? You could have a situation going on like this and you possibly need some advice, right? And you might want me to come on here and do a video about your situation and get the insight from the others that might comment as well. If that is the case, email me at coachmark22@gmail.com. That is coachmark with a C, 22@gmail.com. Enter your submission. Of course, I'm going to keep you anonymous, but I'll do a video on it and ask people to comment and give you insight on what they think you should do. All right? Because these situations can get deep. Because a lot of times you like the guy a lot, right? You love the guy, right? You've been around him 20 years, right? You should love him. It makes it hard because you really want to remain friends with him and just stay out of the BS. But a lot of times that's very, very difficult to do. All right? So if you are this guy, and maybe your situation has gotten bad, maybe this is 3 of your friends, maybe you are the guy and you want to stop being the dirtbag dude who cheats on your lady, then you sleep with people's wives. If you are that guy and you need some one-on-one attention on how to navigate through this situation and get yourself out of it, bro, because you can change. It takes changing some habits, man, and it ain't easy, because if you've been doing it 20 years, it has become you. You are that guy, right? But if that's you and you need some one-on-one attention, go down in the description and book a call with me, bro. We'll get on the Zoom. All right? We'll figure out what your issue is and what direction you need to be pointed in. It may be that you need to establish a relationship with me and that we move forward and meet once a week, twice a month, once every month perhaps. Or you might need a therapist, bro. You might need a family counselor perhaps, right? Whatever that is, I can help you hook up with those resources either in your area or online. So go down in the description, book a call with me, and we'll get on the Zoom and figure it out, all right? Now, I always tell you guys, it's very important that I let you know how thankful I am that you take the time to get with me, sit with me, and we just throw around ideas, right? And solutions. Because that's really what we want to do. We want to solve problems. We all want to get better, bro. In every way we can. So the first step to getting better is always to identify what issue you have. Identify where you've been slacking at. That's it, man. So not only do we do that in every video, bro, but we then move forward towards solutions. And hopefully I was able to provide that for you today, all right? So I appreciate you for hanging out with your boy. It is your guy, Mark my words.